11/22/63 by Stephen King. So yeah, I can't believe it has taken me this long to review this book. This is my second time reading it, and yeah, let's get into it. So in the book, we follow a man named Jake Epping, and he gets a call one day by this guy he barely knows, Al Templeton, and he owns this diner named Al Al's Diner or something like that. But anyway, so he calls Jake and he tells him that he needs to come to the diner because he's got something to show him. So he goes to the diner, and lo and behold, this thing he wants to show Jake is this time portal in his stockroom. And this time portal takes you to 1958. So um, Jake goes through and just to see what's on the other side because that's what Al wants him to do. And he comes back through. Can't believe what he just seen, that he stepped into 1958. And then Al tells him that he wants Jake to stay over there a few years uh, and stay long enough to save JFK from getting assassinated in 1963. So Al, he tried to do this himself, and he got diagnosed with cancer in the past, so he couldn't go through with it, so he needed Jake to do it. And the reason why he wanted to save Al, or save JFK, sorry, is because he thought that uh, JFK never getting assassinated would help somehow the future. So yeah, so that's why he wants Jake to go and save JFK. And all this happens at the very beginning of the book, so I'm not spoiling anything, so don't worry about that. So Stephen King's writing is excellent. He's at the top of his game in this book, and it's Stephen King. You know, he's really good at that. And the characters that we follow and the main ones in the book are excellent. I loved them all. And Stephen King is also great at that, building characters. And yeah, really loved them. And loving the characters makes you more invested in their mission that they have in the book. So yeah, it made me care more about Jake's mission trying to save the president from getting assassinated. Jake also falls in love with a girl in the past named Sadie, and they feel so real. The characters in the book feel so real that you are invested in the romance too. You care about what certain things that happen to them in the book. You care because they feel so real, and you're already attached to them. Yeah, I could go on and on and on praising this book. It's one of my favorite Stephen King books and one of my favorite books of all time. And I'm definitely going to give this an S rating, my highest rating. So, no surprise there. And this book is very thick. It's over 800 pages long. And usually, when I read a book this thick, I feel exhausted towards maybe the halfway point, and especially when I finish it, I feel really exhausted, and I don't want to read another thick book for a while after that. I usually take a break. But for this book, I did not feel the exhaustion at the end because I loved every second of it. And I know that's a cliche thing for a reviewer to say, oh, I loved every second of this movie, but that's kind of bullshit. But it wasn't for this book. I was eating up every information that I got. And I don't know if I want to mention uh, this little surprise in the book because I completely forgot about it my second time reading it, because I think the first time I read it was like 5 or 6 years ago, and I forgot all about Jake going to Derry, and that's all I'm going to say. But that was a great surprise, and I'm glad I forgot about it because I got to enjoy that little part in the book a lot more than I would have. So, yeah, I'm not going to say anymore because if you are planning on reading this book, I want it to be a surprise to you too. So, yeah, even though the book was over 800 pages long, I didn't want it to end. And I felt sad when it did. And another thing that Stephen King is known for, he's not very good at ending his books, but this one, it was perfect. perfect ending. I couldn't have thought of a better ending for the book. So, and then I find out that his son actually came up with the ending. So that kind of sucks that it wasn't Stephen King, because I was like, oh, you actually ended your book good. Gives me hope for your future books. And then I find out his son does. So, yeah, or it gave him the idea. But yeah, books like this prove that Stephen King isn't just a horror author. He can write character-driven stories. And this isn't the only one. He wrote The Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile. There's a few, like The Body, or you may know it as Stand By Me. But yeah, he's really great at everything he tries to do. Any story he wants to write, he excels at. So I have another Stephen King review coming up pretty soon, and that will be a review to his newest book. I got this yesterday, the day it came out, on the 10th. And so I'm almost 200 pages in and really liking it, so I can't wait to review it in the next couple days, so look out for that. And if you like this video, like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys later.